forego the invocation and the pledge, so we're calling to order. You want to go ahead with economic development?
Yes. This is the draft of our economic development strategic plan that the town worked on with our steering committee. It's got all those numbers on page 2, along with the town council. The first part of it is just the introduction and a little bit about the planning process. Me and Kai have been reviewing this with Phil, and there's a few grammatical errors throughout the stuff that we're catching, and just trying to make sure that that stuff's cleaned up. And like for instance here on page 5 for the planning process, a couple of these dates are out of order, so just kind of fixing things like that to get them where it's presentable as our strategic plan. As you can see, we went through a full SWOT analysis, talking about the strengths and the weaknesses for the town. Different opportunities and threats that the town faces. They developed their own vision statement for the town to come from this economic development strategy. And they have 5 strategic goals. And within each strategic goal, there's multiple objectives on how we're going to accomplish those goals and how we're going to work towards that. I'd say the only thing that's missing from this report currently is just the work plan template, and Phil from Commerce is going to implement that into the document before I present it to you all to adopt formally at the February work session. But I will say the strategic goals identified by the committee were the goal number 1 is to position Taylorsville as a premier place to live, work, and visit. Strategic goal 2 is to create a dynamic downtown with quality public spaces. Goal number 3 is to invest in recreation, wellness, and cultural tourism. Goal number 4 is to strengthen our infrastructure and to support long-term growth. And strategic goal number 5 is to position Taylorsville to apply for the North Carolina Main Street designation. If you look on page 18, in objective 5.3, it says develop a sustainable downtown development association model. So by 2029, establish a nonprofit downtown development association as a partner to the town, adopt a diverse funding strategy, hire a program coordinator, and apply for Main Street designation. So we're already accomplishing part of that objective and working towards that. We establish our nonprofit. So the town was already working towards accomplishing these strategic goals and these objectives. And then these appendices are just basically market data research and then a Placer AI analysis on peak travel times and visitors to towns.
I looked through this, I looked through this appendix. There's a lot of good numbers and it's kind of eye-opening. Like our grocery stores, the retail gap is $24 million. It's crazy. And just 10% of that would be, well, 2.4 billion. One store would pretty much
Cover that.
cover
Yeah. Like there's a Lowe's Foods in Bethlehem. We get just another competitor, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably tempt more people to stay in town to purchase groceries.
Well, we used to have theirs here,
Right.
and it was here when Food Mart was here. They both kind of showed up at the same time.
Right.
And then when Walmart moved in, Harris Teeter went out.
Yeah.
So,
It was on the other end.
Don't you think it needs to be something that's more, okay, so if I'm gonna have a party at my house, I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna drive to Aldi to get certain things because I can buy cheese is a lot cheaper, and I love the Aldi crackers. And I do it every time.
It's
So,
like always reliable, something like that.
something that, or Publix, something that's gonna have different things that you would typically drive for, no matter
To go
what.
that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It needs to, it doesn't need to be something that's very comparable to Food Line. It needs to be something that draws people there.
All the legit.
So,
Anybody
so it is a
contacted Aldi?
competitor, but it's not.
I've been contacting Always for the last couple of years. Yeah, they are, I'm in an email back and forth with Josh, and he's a pretty nice fella, but, their numbers, the travel numbers are just not there. It's all about numbers. So this right here,
Yeah.
would be a great way to.
If he could see that,
Right.
we need to get that, and show him, oh, yeah, we got it.
Mhm.
You have a need.
Yes, we do.
Well, we've been bleeding to Catawba County and our county for years and years, all of us.
We kind of have the perfect building now too,
Where
because
is it?
it doesn't need to be huge. The old Family Dollar
Yeah.
has a parking lot. It's a standalone building.
Has anybody heard what they're gonna
They
do?
must want a lot of money for that building.
Really.
Is it still not rented or sold? or
And how
anything?
long it's been empty?
Yeah, but somebody said it was rented right away, but I hadn't.
Well, they were gonna put a mailbox, like a mailbox, UPS type store in there, but, that never happened.
Do you have him like on text, or do you just call him? Because I was gonna say, you could send him a picture with all this, or send this to him, and send a picture of that building.
I got it on, we email back and forth,
Oh, okay.
so I haven't
Well, you
emailed
can
in a
get
couple
pictures like
months,
that,
but
yeah.
these numbers I'll do it today after we get done.
But I'll take a picture of that building too, because if he sees he already has a space, then he doesn't have to.
They want to be on top of Walmart.
Oh, really?
They want to, it's according to
Well,
his
is there not a,
emails, he
is
wants to
there
be.
not a building over there, the
on top
old, where the
of
old Walmart?
It's got a storage unit thing in it now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we need one out.
and the property across the 64 would actually be perfect, but he'd have to build a
He'd have to
suit
build.
or, I don't know, if we get any grant funding for that to build a suit, but,
That
I
would be
know
great.
Chris-
Yeah, all in here.
Chris Clemens and them had that property behind,
The hardware store.
the hardware store on
Yeah.
that, and they would be
Yeah.
willing to make a deal with it, but he didn't want to be back off the road. He wants to be, they want to be.
That's right, I don't blame him.
And I don't either, I mean, they want to get all the traffic in front that they possibly can. But, and then the property that was possibly built for sale, behind Advance Auto, that property,
Mhm.
he didn't want to be behind anybody, so, I mean, I found several properties and even suggested the hospital, but he said that would be a lot of back and forth, a lot of development in that area, so, they're interested, and they are putting up, I think, what did he tell, how many stores did they say they were gonna put up?
This year, yeah, or,
2029 or 2028, they're gonna put up 50 more stores.
We talking about Aldi still?
Yeah,
Oh, we need them here.
I know.
We need to be number one on our list.
But you know, in other counties, Aldi's is separated away from Walmart, over in Watauga, in Wilkes County,
Yeah.
they're a long ways from Walmart.
Yeah.
Well,
Same thing over in Caldwell County
I
in
think
Lenore.
it's just because how small the town is.
Who?
Maybe it's because of how small the town is.
He's dead set on traffic numbers, so,
Major
Yeah.
thoroughfares, there's Main Street, goes, Highway 90, back and forth, there's 16.
If he,
yeah, but people that come down 16, if they're going to Wilkesboro, they come down 16, they go right by that location and then they go to 16 north.
And from the north.
if they're getting their numbers from the Division of Highways, Western Piedmont Council of Governments can get them the updated numbers now.
okay.
The real numbers that are on our streets.
Yeah,
Any street that they want.
Yeah, they got
Because we
that.
saw how much
Yeah.
that traffic, so yeah, it blew our mind when we saw.
Yeah,
how much
they
traffic
go off the
was
cell
there.
phone.
Family Dollar, right?
Yeah,
Um,
so,
New Family Dollar would be too.
Mhm.
I'll,
The one they do
okay.
shut down.
Oh,
I still take a shot of that building.
that's the one I was
Yeah.
talking about. Where's the
It's
old
not
one?
that in the middle of
Right next to
town.
it.
I mean,
Oh,
you could
yeah.
ask for better.
Yeah, that's not, we were talking about, I was talking about the building,
Yeah,
the standalone Family Dollar that's closed.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm.
I was talking about the one next to Food Line.
Yeah, that rent must be outrageous because it's been empty
They wouldn't
for
want
years.
to.
15.
Yeah.
But they're not there.
Quoted at,
Yeah.
5,000 a month when the ABC looked into it last year, or 24, I think the year 24.
Cause
5,000
the
more.
Aldi that's there across from Home Depot, you know, and you
Yeah.
know where I'm at, that building's not that big.
It's not, now, normally all these are big, one in the north's not that big.
No.
Yeah.
So I think
I think it's a perfect building.
building for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'll start emailing back up with him. It's been a couple of months since I've contacted him, so.
send him this new
I
information.
mean, he could always expand it if he didn't think it was that big enough. I mean, he could always just add the, whatever he needed storage wise, like refrigerator, you know, storage in the back, stock room to the back of it, and use the rest of it for floor space. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I still think it's the perfect size.
that's perfect. like that.
Especially, I mean, if you
Yeah.
wanna do like a smaller scale, all these, you know.
Right, the Aldi in Mooresville is not much, I think it's about the same exact size, and it stands alone, like you go under 21, and it's right there, and it sits back up on a hill by itself, in its own standalone building.
Okay. I'll get some information, we can drum up some information on the building.
That'll help, thank you.
I'll send it.
Is there any more, do not have any comments or opinions, suggestions, edits to the economic development strategy?
Industry that the county just missed, and I think it went to Pitt County. I was told that they came back with a counter offer. They wanted $12 million from our county, which might not have been a bad deal. I'm not sure, but I haven't found out from Pitt County what the industry is that
It's automotive.
automotive.
Yes, it's.
Was it supposed to employ like 500 people or?
Close to 1,000.
Oh, okay.
Started out at 7, ramping up to 1,000.
But you know, I didn't think that $12 million was a bad, do you think that's too much for what we were gonna get?
Not on
Not on the
Big
face,
picture.
but at the same time, I think the utilities were gonna be a large question. Because our treatment plant had the capacity to treat the sewer. The county owns the pump station at the industrial park. The county owns, other pump stations right outside the park, so they would need to update their pump stations. But we currently maintain their pump stations, and we collect the revenue off of that, we just own them. So that's gonna be something that's gonna continue to come up in the future. So it's something that we wanna look at discussing in the future. How do we recruit industries here if some of our infrastructure isn't up to par to be able to handle it? And seeing how we work on it if they own it.
Yeah. Is that the industry you was talking about months ago?
Yeah.
So,
Wow, I was gonna ask about that today, so I heard that.
Mhm.
That could have been a
And,
game
well,
changer.
and then that's also not the solar, there's like a federal, it's the opportunity zone taxes. Like the industrial park is right outside the opportunity zone, so they couldn't qualify for those opportunity zone taxes.
But across the road, there was land that would qualify for that federal tax credit.
There was.
so it would benefit us.
But EDC didn't know that.
Oh, for sure,
Just the wastewater alone.
yes,
You know,
It would be phenomenal.
it's a big client,
Yeah.
and that's what you need.
Yeah,
That's
they
what we need.
were willing to annex in, so it was,
Mhm.
it was still our,
man,
general fund, so.
that would have been a boost.
Mm.
Okay, anything else on economic development or your questions or? Want to go to sign ordinance? update?
Yeah.
So do we have to, will this be presented in an actual meeting and then? So if, when we're going through this more and more, like I went through it the other night, but there was some things that I just wanna look at a little closer. If we send them to you,
Yeah,
you
send
can
them to
answer,
me.
okay? Cause one of the things was that, well, we've already accomplished some of this stuff, you know, like we've been moving pretty quickly on it.
Which I think
I
is.
don't think
okay.
people really know that, but.
Well, some of them haven't really gotten to the position yet where we want to announce it. Like, I mean, our nonprofit, we can announce it, but we haven't funded them yet. So we don't have any direction other than the hospital project. So just kind of letting that sit dormant until we can fund it, and then we can kind of announce that. I think it's okay if some of these that we've already kind of worked towards accomplishing is in that helps show when we apply for grants or other things that we've accomplished some of these things, and you know we can continue to update this plan every few years and continue to mold it into what we want to as we start new projects and finish projects. And
We actually need this plan to apply, right, to show that we're planning for it, and this is what we're doing, this is how we're working for it, and that allows us to kind of have a heads up on other people that are applying for it, so.
yes.
Well, it keeps us focused.
Well,
I mean, on our goals and what we've got,
Show that we're working towards.
Right.
this.
not just to sit up
Yeah,
somewhere.
we're just not.
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking at ordinance. This would, like Roy pointed out, we have in our current land development code. So this would take that place, and this would be our sign regulations. So I'll just go through this. The first section of signs we're going to talk about will be exempt signs. So at the bottom, any official or public notice warning sign or exempt, you have a permit or approval to do that. Historic building marker signs, governmental signs, on-premise public interest signs, like no trespassing and no loitering. Memorial signs and plaques or grave markers. Flags, pins, insignia, religious symbols of any or any government, nonprofit organization, on-premises ground or wall identification signs for residential uses. The incidental signs for convenience, such as hours of operation, which credit cards are accepted and stuff like that. Political signs. We do need to discuss political signs a little bit. I looked at, we looked at several different other towns, like Lenore, Trout Bend, Western City, North Wilkesboro, some other smaller municipalities. And how do y'all feel about political signs, like just specifically? It says compliant political signs permitted during the period beginning on the 30th day before the beginning date of one-stop early voting and ending on the 10th day after the primary election day. Persons may place political signs in the right-of-way of the state highway system as provided in this section. The next one's any political signs remaining in the right-of-way of the state highway system for more than 30 days after that can be removed. Here's a little bit on sign placement. How do y'all feel about the regulations on political signs, especially during election time? I mean, people just kind of tend to put signs wherever, which every town's like that when it's election time. So I don't know if y'all feel like being super strict on political signs. Because they're usually at every intersection all the time, and so just open that section up for discussion.
I think as long as they're out of line of sight, as a safety concern, I don't see a problem with it, as long as they come and get them.
That's not,
And, yeah,
after so many days after,
Yeah.
either they pick them up or they're going to be taken up.
Right.
They don't need to be out after that's finished. I mean, their purpose has been met.
And for the most part, people do, there's been a few that's left them for
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah,
After the fact,
yeah.
Well, those
That's
folks are the
mainly-
ones that are statewide races.
Yeah.
Where they've got somebody and their candidate didn't win, so they don't go back and pick them up locally.
Right.
The local candidates, they do a good job getting them up within 24 hours after the election.
There just needs to be something there that says we can get them up after a certain amount of time.
Okay.
So they're not just
Well, on the
staying up there for
on
6
the
months.
bypass, the state will take care of that for you.
Yeah.
The Division of Highways takes them over to their site, don't they? When they pick them up off the highway and take them over.
To
The
the
division.
highway DOT.
How about yard sale and signs that are affixed to utility poles and to sign, to our poles? You know, that's what happens on the weekend is everybody uses the utility poles to nail a sign to it, or they affix it to one of our street signs, address signs.
I thought telephone poles was illegal to put anything on them.
They own, the utility owns that pole, but the utility, AT&T is not gonna enforce it because they won't even come and
We would
fix
have
it.
to enforce it. So that'll take us to the next, section, prohibited signs. Number 4, on page 4, any sign placed on the curb, sidewalk, post, pole, hydrant, bridge, tree, or other surface located on or over or across any public street or right of way. In the section is listed with Ms. Chapter unless otherwise authorized by the town or instituted. So if you staple it to a pole, it's prohibited, so you can't do that. So we can remove those, take those down.
And who's gonna do that? Our staff,
Yeah.
people, will be telling them to go out on Monday morning and take the sign.
Probably not every Monday, it'd probably just be more of a complaint.
Yeah.
You know, somebody sees one, they can just take it down.
Yeah.
You know, probably not a set schedule.
I'm talking about like business signs, those yard signs. Is that what you're talking about?
No, the ones that are.
I know that they're staying on the pole.
Yeah, but yeah, it's the same type.
Yeah.
Like we buy, houses or, cell phones.
There's one out there beside the courthouse right now.
I doubt there's a human in Alexander County that knows that there is only 2 off-site signs are allowed for a yard sale. So we can have all this written as much as we want to have written, but if they're not educated and informed,
Yeah.
they don't know that.
Yeah, because to your point, most of the yard signs or sales are out in the county, and they put them in the town.
Yeah, cause like the Highway 16 one, that Danny Dyson's family always has out there, those 2 or 3 houses together, they have these big permanent signs. They bring one in, they put it on 16, and they probably have more than that, but this is supposed to be a in-town sign ordinance, right?
Yes.
To make our, so I don't think that, honestly, I think it's missing like, there needs to be some more stringent things about signage on buildings. What is allowed and what isn't allowed. Okay.
Yes.
What about, maybe it falls under the same, is it commercial signs, I guess? Well, that's athletic. But those same size as the political signs, but the businesses advertising in the gutter or whatever that.
Yeah.
And it gives a phone number to call. You know, it's not those kind of, yeah.
No, those would not be allowed.
I was reading where it talked about painted windows,
Yes.
that only a certain percentage of the window can be painted. What about wraps that are on windows?
Yeah, we did, discuss that, here in just a minute. We're just gonna work through so we'll get to it.
What about flag signs? the flags that go up, that already taken care of.
Yeah, that's on here.
Okay,
Okay,
all
temporary signs, yard sale. How do you feel about the yard sale? One of two outside signs, you said a bunch of people put multiple signs in town when they're having a yard sale out in the county. Do you want to force that, or?
I don't see how you can, honestly. I mean, you can, but. I mean,
You just spend a lot of your time just taking them up and throwing them away.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So we'll do that. All right, the next section, D, is prohibited signs. You can't place any signs, temporary or permanent in the right of way, so, we're done with it. You can't have anything that, contains lights or rotating, arms on it, other than traffic regulatory signs. You can't have anything that obstructs driveways or walkways. Can't place anything on the sidewalk, any post pole or hydrant. You can't place a sign to deny an adjoining property owner visual access to another sign. Flashing, blinking, intermittent lights. You can't have any signs on the top of roofs extended above the roof line. Can't have anything obscene on any of your signs. Can't have any portable signs. Number 11, vehicles. We do have a car lot in town that has a vehicle with a sign on it. So when going through this and putting this together, we had discussion on, you know, whether, obviously it's something that's been there for a very long time, so that has character, and everybody knows it. Would you want to allow something like that for people to just put any old car out there and put a sign on it, or trying to, I guess, from a way to keep that from becoming, looking unprofessional, all throughout town, if you have signs on vehicles.
talking about like a permanently parked car.
He's talking about West Main.
Yeah.
And see, there's other car lots that do that at different I mean, all of, like if you leave this town, you go to other towns, you'll see people using cars as signs, like up on poles, on top of buildings. I mean, I think if it's done and it deals with if it's pertinent to what it's doing.
Right.
Like if it's pertinent to whatever, then I don't think it should be restricted.
Like West Main.
Like West Main is this antique bar for antique location, you know. I mean, like, I think it'd be super cool if we had an old railroad car parked out in front of the depot.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't do it in a creative way, and it looks very nice.
No.
We just don't want it to trash it. Okay, alright, so, may look at moving that out of the prohibited sign section, and then maybe making that like a special use permit, or something, where it has to come before the council, so y'all have to approve it. So if they do want to use it permanent to.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be good, because then they can say,
You can look at it and discuss it.
yeah. Mhm.
All right, so next section, additional prohibited signs in downtown privilege. So inflatable objects, including balloons, with a diameter of 2 feet or greater. Wind-blowing signs, this is non-exempt flags, weather flags, banners, pennants, ear dancers, streamers, spinners, balloons, photo figures, and single signs. Flags of the United States, North Carolina, Alexander County, and the town of Taylorsville, and any other national, territorial, or religious flags are permitted. Can't tell anybody that can't have those. And then signs encroaching on the sidewalk, excluding temporary signs, otherwise permitted, and set forth in sections such as your signage board signs, like restaurants, or the coffee shops, or stainless steel signs out there with what their special of the day is or something. So they'll put that up and take that back in when they close.
Like on them phone.
Right.
Yes.
All right, the next, big long section is the requirements table. So this covers all the different types of signs. Arm signs, directional signs, electronic messaging board signs. They all have a maximum area sign space, maximum height, other requirements. To address, Jack's question earlier on, window paintings, that'll be on page 10. And it's a temporary graphic or text painted directly onto the glass surface of the window. Right now it has it where the maximum area would be no more than 50% of each window panel. And can only be located on the first floor, and it is allowed for a maximum of 90 days, and then you would have to change.
What about, now this isn't paint, it's one of those graphic, because we had talked about putting some of those other windows and the vacant
Second
difference,
floor.
but it's not paint, like you can see through it.
Yeah, well, I've got it on the front doors of the head, well, you got it that inline.
I've got it on mine.
And the schools have,
He's done them
schools
all.
have them on their
Right.
windows.
Yeah, you can see out, but you can't see in.
Yeah.
All right, that would be back on page 9,
Oh.
under window graphic.
Oh, okay, I just want to make
Yellow
sure.
graphics applied or tabs. Now, I do have it restricted currently to where it can't cover more than 10% of each window panel. We can change that since we currently, it seems we have several that do. And then, may only be located on the first floor. So, as far as the window graphic, I think the idea is to have it to where it's still kind of opaque, where you can see into the business and they can also see out, so you don't want it to be completely blocking of your view in or out. And so I don't think you would need to cover 100% of the windows. So what's a
If
good
it covers,
percentage?
but mine does cover 100% of the window. And
But you
if
can
the
see
lights
it
are
once
on, if the lights are on inside the building, you can see
See
in
in.
and out.
Okay.
But if the lights are off inside, then you just see the graphic. So at night, all you see is the graphic that has a story. It's on one of 4 windows. And I don't think you can do those panels and only do 10% with the panel. It won't look good. I mean, it's,
It will fray, 'cause it's
yeah.
gotta have a dead end corner to
Right.
adhere to.
And with the limiting the painting to only the second floor,
I think
then you're
This is-
hurting Keely in that there's not a whole lot of places that she can do anything above on the second floor or more. But she did do Bobby Campbell's windows and painted the Grinch on the sides of the house, and they're in upstairs windows as well. Or there's something in the upstairs window that goes.
The way I
with
read the
Grinches on
window
it.
graphic, the way I take it is solid window graphics. Is that right? Instead of the perforated like they're talking about, that you can see out, you really can't really see in.
It says
Because technically it's perforated and you can see,
Uh-huh.
In
you
and
get
out.
out on it, you can see in it
Right.
and you can see out for sure.
It has a million dots in it, so you can see in and out.
I mean, it's still window graphic.
Still, you know.
So, but I mean, I think if you're saying like graphics, like haircut on Main or whatever, or the creating on Main, where she's had like a little thing that says creating on Main, and it's got like a paintbrush swab in it, and it's a decal in the center of her window that has her store name on it, rather than putting a sign up on the building, which is what she's done. It still takes up more than 10%, so.
Yeah. So
But you can see in and around it, and she decorates under it, so,
for the window graphic or the window paintings?
it's a window graphic that she's had, that Brandon's made, and it's a decal, and she's put it on the window. Just like the haircut place next door has theirs, and it's cut out, and you can see through it. Now, it might be at 10%,
How did you hear that place?
the haircut place next door.
That's you.
I've only seen them a couple times, they're not open, they're not ready to be open all the time yet. But he's gonna call me about getting, doing a ribbon cutting on there already. I gave him my card, so. three little
But I was
guys,
getting
young guys,
gas and, the music was
thumping.
pumping.
They're Mexican, I think, or Cuban, one.
Do, y'all wanna look at changing it to 100%, but it has to be opaque, means you have to be able to see through it, if it's 100% across the window, for the graphics.
Yeah.
I would think so.
I just know the graphics kind of enhance a business and how it looks. I mean, I agree.
I mean, I'd go paying today if the people in those two buildings that have got eyesores, I mean, there's a third one that's pretty bad, but the two real eyesores, if we could just slap up a welcome to Taylorsville
Oh,
on
yes.
one of them and the other one, put like the
Is the
schedule of events.
the same owner still on those buildings?
It's two different people and yes.
The same owners of the two different?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you need to look into like Mooresville and Statesville's policy on buildings like that, because I know Mooresville has a policy that if you're using a building for storage, or, which is what both of them are doing, they're both using them for storage. And if they have a policy that says that it has to look like it's in operation of some type, so that allows them to force them to put some type of graphic or something on
So
the
if you're talking
windows
about
to
the
make it
Hefner
look
building
better.
and the
Yeah.
Highland Manor building,
Yeah. That you're seeing the back of raw curtains that are ugly. I mean,
To make it look appealing. I mean, it just looks so, I don't know how to put it.
it needs some lipstick on the wig.
Yeah, we
I thought-
need-
I thought,
yeah.
well, even if, you know, we paid for it to
Need to make that.
put a schedule of
Events.
the
What's
events
going on?
going on or something
Yeah.
that they would allow, you know.
And like she said, like a welcome to Taylorsville
Mm-hmm.
across the window, yeah. Make it look.
Alright,
And I don't think it should be used for a political display. As, I mean, it hadn't been like it was the last election, because it looked like crap, and then they went in there and stuck all them political signs, and it looked like crap with a bunch of political signs on
It wasn't nice.
Mine was in
it.
there.
It was not tasteful. Sorry.
No, I know what you're saying, they did
You're
look like.
saying,
It
I
kind of
mean,
looked,
but, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I mean, it's not promoting Taylorsville, it's
Right.
promoting individuals.
but that's
And
part of
it's
the,
not making their
that's
building
part
look
of the
any
building,
better.
is it's there for storage, it's not
Yeah.
there for business.
Right. I didn't mean it against you.
I know, you guys say a lot more after.
I'll get back with the planning department and we'll talk about, those changes. As far as the window paintings, you wanna move it to where it's, you said, was it the window painting or the graphic that you didn't want it to be just on the first floor?
Right.
It was window painting, or I mean, as long as it's done, why don't they, no.
Because, I mean, if you, technically, the second floor should be a separate use, so the first floor should be business.
Yeah.
You know, even if the business is
I'd
up,
say
you wouldn't want
less
all
of-
of the windows
less,
covered by graphics.
Less approved.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're right, I think.
Yeah,
That's
well, I
what
mean, I
we're
think
doing.
maybe that, like, if there's a special something, so if it says on the first floor only unless approved. Like, so if you had a special request to do something on the second floor or whatever, then you requested that. And then on the painting, where's the painting?
It's on page 10.
Speaking of painting, the old Ford dealership,
Yeah, I don't.
which whatever that building's being used for now,
I don't think
They had
so.
painted the-
She don't do.
mural saying welcome to Taylorsville, and the county stopped them.
Say this again.
Down at the old Ford dealership,
Uh-huh,
whatever they're doing in that building now.
uh-huh.
They had painted, you know, a truck, a tree,
And
and
the barn.
it says welcome to, the
Yeah.
county stopped them. Said that they were out of ordinance, so how could they stop them?
Yeah, how could that stop?
That's our building.
So,
There's one down there across from the new
The old
Dollar
Ford
General.
place.
No,
the old
In the
Ford
big
dealership,
Old Larry Johnson pizza. Yeah, the spice.
I didn't know, I wasn't aware of that, so I'll have to ask and find out.
It does say welcome to Taylorsville.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty, it's pretty.
I mean, I thought it was done good.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah,
And
yes.
he wanted to do more, but he said he was taught by the county. So I've asked him, give me who told you that, but he hasn't told me.
who's he?
The guy that owns that building.
Who owns the
Is
building?
it Randy?
Randy.
I thought he
Whitley.
sold it. I thought.
Oh, I did too, but he
What's her
didn't.
They
name?
fell through.
Oh, okay.
He didn't.
Who owns it now?
Randy Whitley.
With,
And then there's, on page 11, I don't have anything in here about historic preservation, since our downtown is in a historic district. Any sign has to get, a certificate of appropriation from the Historic Preservation, Committee, and then.
What if there's a sign there now, are they grandfathered, they gotta get the,
Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, they are grandfathered in. We changed it. I'm not gonna go around and tell people like, what is, I don't know what I'm talking about. Awning signs on page
The what?
7.
Does it stick up above the bit? Oh, well, probably
It's
not
sticking
because it's
up.
historic. It probably has to be reattached.
So if you look at page 7, the very last one is awning signs.
It's not what's there.
An awning sign is a sign that is painted on, printed on, or attached to the surface. From now on, we would recommend that awning signs may only display the address of the structure associated with the location instead of the business name. So, for example, the drugstore downtown has their business name on the awning. So, if we adopted this, that would be allowed anymore, but we wouldn't go make that ticket.
And talk about town and country. That's a brand new awning.
Well, Manifest Vision's got theirs on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
well,
Tack
Peoples,
house.
that's what Peoples just did.
So, I mean, we could also change that. You keep it to where you can have awning signs as a business for them. Because we do have several in town. People's just got their new one, Town and Country, and some Manifesting Vision, so. I mean, this is not set in stone yet, it's not far from it, so it's just open and
Yes, the
changes in different directions, what product to
It
use.
is.
and-
Tack House has theirs on there.
Yeah.
And it looks nice, I mean, it looks nice. It really does.
Yeah, I'm
All of
not
those look
overly
nice.
opposed to awning signs, especially if they look nice, so.
I would hate to go to them and say, hey, look, you want to change,
Yeah, because almonds are not cheap.
Oh, yeah, well, we wouldn't go to
Right.
We wouldn't change that, we can do that, that's fine. Alright, so we'll,
I'm gonna drive around and look, when we got Mooresville now, I'm gonna go down, drive down Main Street and look and see what, how their awnings
The
are.
business.
What they
I
have.
think too, I would like to see more people put signs above it on those.
Oh, no.
The line signs and the old fashioned signs that stick out.
Yeah,
And on the corners.
Like
and
they
stuff
used
like
to
that.
be.
is there any other questions on signs?
are those called arm sign, is that what you call an arm sign?
Which one?
Where you attach a metal bracket to the building that sticks
A lot
out
of our
and you
buildings
paint
have
something
those
from
on
it?
Yes.
The brackets that, where they held it.
And,
What about that YMCA sign?
I'm telling you, it's it's historic, they're not gonna want to take it down. It'll need to be restored, is what I need to happen for it.
yeah. We would only allow those types of signs, in the future with this ordinance, if it was historic in nature. So you would have to, so we would allow a new business to come in, and put one, unless you wanted.
What we,
Project-
oh,
I
that's
wanna get
too
rid of
bad,
that.
I really wanted to do
Because I think it's so
antiques
misleading.
and a long sign like that down on the hotel above my bed. I really did. If it wouldn't have cost a fortune, they'd already be hanging there.
Yeah.
A neon sign would come down. And finish one. That would look cool.
one question about historic. You know, on Interstate 40, there's a sign directing you to, the Hidnight Center.
Mm-hmm.
Could we get the state to put a sign saying visit historic Taylorsville? Is there a fee for that? And
I don't know, I tried to accomplish the same thing in, when I was in Bessemer City, get them to have one on the exit, so, historic downtown Bessemer City this way, so I can check into it. It's a convoluted process, apparently, but I'll ask. I don't see why we'll probably have to pay for the sign.
And I'm not sure, I think it has to be a specific landmark. Like that is a specific place that
Right.
you're, you know what I'm saying?
You can't
A
just say-
specific historic
Yeah,
place
we
that
can
you're
we
going
can apply
to.
for our own wayfinding signs, that we do our own sign with our own,
Yes.
branding and stuff on it, and it says historic downtown Taylor this way.
Yes.
And that's our own sign, we get permission from them to put it in the right of way.
well, it might be worth it to do that anyway.
Yes.
If we have to pay for it.
Wayfinding is a good way.
We need
We
wayfinding
that
badly.
so bad.
But we need a brand, and then we need a marketing thing and the wayfinding and stuff to go with it.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think that it should kind of play off the counties, like, they kind of need to go together. Once I saw that, I mean, what did it say? What was theirs? Rated, grow strong,
No, theirs is, something about growth.
Yeah, room to grow. or
room to grow.
Something like that.
Ours could be like rooted in history, but growing. Or, something that's nothing like, I'm gonna say.
Set for
Rooted in history, ready for the future.
And it's part of our thing.
Main Street Conference?
Growing
or
into the future.
we already did this
Do
subject?
any more discussion on sign ordinance before I, get to the next round of corrections to bring it to you? Right.
But anything that we see in it additionally that.
Yeah,
we
read
bring up
through it,
that's in
anything,
it.
any questions you have, send them to me so we can, keep getting it ironed out into the ordinance that we want before we look at adopting. Because we're trying to work towards having two separate land developments, one for the
Right.
county, one for the town.
I think that's the right way to
Yes.
go.
So just knocking it out one box at a time.
And you had like ordinances in here about the law murals too. My
Yes.
girls are on the, because I was reading that looked, what I read looked good about those.
And there's no fines in here.
No, there's no
No
fines in here. This is just strictly about what we,
So did we take so what happened to the flags things? The Kylie's got a flag, this one's got a flag, what do you call them?
Just feather flag.
Those feather flags, does it say none, or does it say that?
I think
it
it's
says, it says no.
It says don't.
Like, it can't be, it can or cannot be used as part of their, they open, they put it out, they close, they take it in.
I think it's in.
It says, in the downtown,
Windblown
you cannot
signs.
use that.
Such
Windblown
as-
signs such as non-exempt flags, feather flags, banners, pins, air dancers, stringers, spinners, balloons, inflatable figures, and similar signs except as specifically permitted in Division H of this section.
Okay, that doesn't prohibit the American flags going out that the Rotary Club does.
No.
No,
No, it's got an exception for American flag,
Yes.
it's a state flag and any religion.
county flags, yeah, all those are permitted.
Now, you could use the feather flags, in a commercial district. We're just trying to work on how
So,
many per.
That's why it's okay for Michael Gerber to use feather flags out on 16 South every day that he's open. But it's not okay for her to use it in town.
Currently. Well, according to this, yes.
I don't know how I feel about it.
That's okay. Yeah. I mean, I understand that.
I'm trying to look at it from all angles,
Yeah.
from a business owner.
From a
angle.
business owner standpoint, they work.
Yes.
They're attention getters. They put some out of the shop and they really.
Right, exactly, that's why I noticed that it was there.
And
But I was
nobody
coming
knew
back
it
and
was,
forth
and I
that,
said,
I'd never noticed it before.
But if every business downtown put a federal flag out,
Yeah, it would kind of look,
it goes away from what you're trying to do in
Yeah.
downtown.
I get it.
Right,
And that brings in, discussion from what Monroe said in his email about the whole downzoning thing, so we have to look into that. You know, since they've restricted our hands even more on what we can enforce zoning wise, you know, we need to make sure that if we, restrict what types of signs you're allowed to have, if, you know, it's still legally possible. So,
Maybe if we restrict it except for like a grand opening type of thing.
yeah. And I can't remember if that's in here or not for, I think it's
You want-
special events or.
Traffic.
mhm.
I mean, I want to help.
And I
businesses.
don't think she'll need it, I don't think she'll need it or even want to use it when she makes her move,
Right.
but, but yet.
I mean,
I almost
get
bought
it.
one, I'm glad I didn't, you know,
Yeah.
I'm seeing things like, I'm saying, you know, like, so for instance, I wanted to do the neon antiques, and if I would've got to a point where I felt like it was whatever, I would've bought that, you know, like if it would've been beneficial to
Right.
spend that amount of money to attach that sign to somebody else's building that I may or may not be able to take back with me, then, you know, it's just, I'm glad I didn't do that, and then I'm glad I didn't buy that flag, because then it was illegal, because then like all of these other people were coming to me and going, I got a letter that said I couldn't use my sign, or my flag, and I just bought that flag, and I was like, I don't know, I have to check into it, and I was have to call back and say, yeah, you're really not supposed to be using that flag.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand, then when you look at it from the other way, some people that were wanting to use them had stuff on them that we really don't want up and displayed. So,
Yeah.
And like he said, from the Main Street perspective,
of looking down through there, you don't
you're
want
wanting
everyone
everything
to
to be
have.
more the same.
As far as a new business coming in, my objective, I want everybody to succeed. So for 30 days or temporary, I would say they could do something for a grand opening type thing.
That would have been in the H, because it
After
said in
that.
there, unless otherwise posted in H or something like that.
Yeah, that's a permitted use table, but for grand openings, we have, temporary events, for special events,
Because that way people remember initial location.
So like you're saying, we shouldn't buy feather flags that say carriage rides, visit with Santa, and you know what I'm saying, the good places, even though like they would be cool additions
well,
to,
no, that would be a
The
special.
events.
that would
That's a
be
special event, though. That's what
event.
I'm saying, like
If you
Grand
leave them
Opening's
up
a
all the
special
time.
event.
right, you just have them up during
Right.
that.
Right, it's not every day you go down through town, you see them flying, it's just during those special times. And I think that's what they're talking about, like the grand opening or Christmas or.
Yeah, and then you could put those out, take them up in the events.
Or any other festivals we might have. You may have some,
So Stace, is there something in there about sponsor signage? So like when we affix people that's sponsored certain things during an event, and I personally don't want to have to take them up and down every week,
I feel like that would still fall under the
special events, okay.
Has to do with that. All right, the 2026 Main Street Conference is in Newburgh, North Carolina this year.
Yep.
Do I have any of you who would like to attend?
I told you that I would like to go, but that I felt like one or two of us should go, and then some of the members of the nonprofit should go, because they should know what they're going to be leading.
what we're working towards,
Yeah,
yeah.
what the goal is. Have you talked to any of them, or are we gonna meet to discuss it?
I'm gonna email them.
But we're not applying there, are we? When we go, we're not going through the application or anything like when we
No,
go.
no,
Okay, that's what I thought,
no.
yeah, we're just going to that's what I thought.
And then I can ask them if any of them are interested, then we can set up a meeting between the council and them and see who wants to go. Or how do you want to do that, if some of them want to go? Or-
I don't have a problem with any or all of them going.
I mean, I can go with I don't technically have to go with the town, I can go with the National Historic.
Resolution. Okay.
So that might allow somebody else to,
Good, okay.
you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That really
Well,
helps.
I'll gauge their interest, and if any of them are interested, then we'll just move forward like that. Okay, Erin is out sick today, and she's taking care of some stuff. Nicole, do you have anything? Okay. I have a few things. Currently, I'm still working on the hospital project, so I'm working with some grant writers. We're gonna try to apply for CDBG federal demolition funds, and potentially try to look at what we can do with that side. You know, maybe offer some type of medical usage in the future. So
What was that again?
some type of medical usage in the future. I'm not sure if that's huh?
Let's see what.
CDBG, community
CGBB.
CDBG, Community Development Block Grant. Trying to gather as much information as I can about that, and so I can send it out to you all and the nonprofit. And see if we can't get it that way.
Has he said any more? I
Do
mean,
we have a signed deal with them?
No, because the lawyers are finishing up the performance agreement now, so when I get that finished, I'll send that to the nonprofit and him, and then we'll just negotiate that. So, getting closer, just holidays kind of slowed everything down, so we're getting around that go. We do need to discuss urgent care. So as you all know, we had that offer submitted. So we have it listed at $465. Is there an amount that you would be willing to accept? It's lower than that. That's your lowest one.
what's been on, can you tell us what's been on, what they made an offer for, what do they
Can I
say?
mention this, the gas station that was shut down, they just purchased for $500,000.
Gas station was? Are you serious?
With all the buried tanks and everything.
I see them out there painting on and stuff.
What's it gonna be?
Potatoes had bought it.
What?
The Indians
Okay,
that had bought it,
Yeah.
potatoes.
yeah, no, I know.
It'll be a,
So,
it'll be a thing, so.
because they contacted the Tampas about water taps.
Yeah.
You told them that they need to contact you about a grand opening and a ribbon cutting.
No. I think I'll just let the convenience store. But you wanted to remove that for it.
Are they going, do you know if they're going to rehab the fuel tanks?
I don't know. I think it depends on what they find out from that. Because I don't
Right.
know who deemed that they were leaking or not. So I think they're probably, since they bought it, they'll probably have an actual study to see. I think they would like it.
Is it a done deal?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Oh,
been
yeah,
purchased.
they-
They
purchased
purchased
They
it.
just started working on
Very good.
Who the heck buys dirt that ain't been tested?
I see.
They're
I
thinking
mean,
about,
he could have another $500,000 in.
Especially,
Yeah.
especially with gasoline.
I don't
But
think
they
it's,
don't own this gas station.
no, I don't know about that. They're just, there's a group that just bought this one,
Uh-huh.
the Patel group.
Okay.
Everybody's Patel.
What were the offers on
The original one was 225. I don't have an official second offer yet. But I imagine it'll be somewhere in the threes that they come back with. So we have it listed at 465. We do need to do some patching to the parking lot, which will cost about 15 grand, a little under that. If we were going to repave the whole parking lot, that'd be about 80K. I don't want to do that. I'll just patch that one spot where we didn't work. Then we can put that sleeve of masonry back on the wall, or just take all of that down. We have it listed for 465. Are you willing? Are you gonna stick at 465, or are you willing to accept something lower than that? I know that the person who's looking at it, they've seen the property 4 times now. They are a physician. They are looking at either putting in a primary care with urgent care after hours or weekends potentially, or doing urgent care. You know, they're open to that, I think. So they're pretty serious about purchasing. They're also looking
I was gonna
at,
say, if they've been there 4 times, that's not.
yeah,
I'm
they're
just
looking
saying,
at the
plans, yeah.
doctor's office across the street too, that's connected to people's drug. I don't know what that looks like on the inside, and I don't know. whether they're selling, yeah, just one.
How much is that?
No, I don't know.
Do we own that building outright?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much are they asking for the one side people's?
I don't know what kind of condition.
That's what the.
Maybe I say no more, wouldn't go down no lower than 400.
Yeah, because you're getting 2 things that we need.
You don't want to go down more than
425.
425?
That's your reserve.
Okay.
Because we're getting the urgent care and you're
they-
getting the bill that we need money for our,
That facility, that's pretty
Our people.
big.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. My initial number was 375. I was like, if we get them to come to 375, then done. I mean, because it puts an urgent care or a doctor right back there.
and that's one of our community's needs right there. I mean, that's one of their top. But it's a win-win. Because we're getting the urgent care there, but we're also getting that, because we're gonna use part of that to help fund part of our,
Nonprofit.
right. So, I mean, it's a win-win. So, that's why I was saying. I don't know what that is. That helps an opportunity there. That's
I mean, and the thing is, at 375, he's gonna make his money back pretty fast on his building.
I think that there would be expecting us to counter when they submit their second one, so, officially, so it'll probably be around 325 or somewhere like that, so. Do you want to counter with 425 or?
Remember, you always go, you can't go back down,
Go back in.
so.
I'll just split it.
And go at 400.
Yeah. That's nice. Probably not.
Or 395.
That sounds.
395 is
Let's
great.
do 395. Yeah.
That stays in the
And
threes.
gravies,
Right.
yeah. Exactly, it looks better.
Right.
Don't have 400,
Yeah,
395.
right there. Yeah, let's do that.
395 and you take care of your own parking lot,
As is.
as is.
Well, I don't know if I'm as comfortable with as is, because I mean, we did do the work in the parking lot, and we had to pass it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it is.
Our job wasn't finished. It
So
wasn't
maybe
completed. Right.
Counter with,
We're gonna patch the parking lot in 395.
Let's say this, we wanna start off on the right foot, if they're legitimate.
right.
I don't want to.
But they pay their water and sewer bill.
Yes.
Yes, we're done.
I don't
It's
want to
$395
have
and there's it. It's yours.
the Longview urgent care issue anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'd like the town to start off on the right foot with them, you know, fix the parking lot, patch it, whatever.
It's yours.
And
I heard that.
Yeah, the
Give them
county's
a
taking the
deal.
heat over urgent care not being here.
Are they?
There's a new.
Because-
Because they hadn't done what they need to do.
Well, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but everybody thinks that was the county
Where is
Mhm.
it? It's over here.
involved, not the county.
The,
Oh, it's the same one,
is it really?
and he put it over there.
This is a young guy, and is supposedly from what I told, he's a younger guy, just coming out of medical school, right?
This guy? No, he's been in medical practice for a while. He's originally from Catawba and moved down to Myrtle Beach, but him and his wife are coming back. Practice over here.
I think that's a good thing.
I think,
That would be wonderful.
Once we get an official offer, counter over 395.
But he is supposed to be coming to you with a second offer.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see here. Supposed to snow a bunch on, this weekend, so Public Works is already working to get things, situated in town for that. Northwood should be it's done. We just need to
I wrote
pass-
about that before coming
We
here.
just need to pass the thing and that's how it's done, so it looks really good.
That's good.
And then JT Russell's getting stuff prepped and milled down, all over down, coming in and paved behind that. Both those
The
projects.
road back here, that's what you're going,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I've done the patchwork already.
And this, problem out here on South Center Street is gonna be milled down and it's gonna be repaired. JT Russell doing that for
Yes.
Country Boy.
JT Russell.
now what's the progress on all those streets?
On all of the streets,
But I know they started on,
This one down here.
this one down here.
I mean, that ground.
Christian Farm.
That patched, yeah, Princeton
Yeah,
Farm.
Christian Farm.
Parts of the ground down over there, so I think they're just doing all the milling and.
Patchwork and
Patchwork and all
okay.
that.
Wait till it gets warmer.
Barry, you talking about the one over here that cuts through to go to Center Street next to Eisenhower's?
Brent's Eisenhower's house.
That's nasty.
It'll rip it out underneath your vehicle after you get it. Right.
I talked to somebody, I think, I can't remember who it was in the fire department today. They said, well, I took care of it for you. After they hit all the.
Especially the back end of the fire truck, the black,
I
where they
think
step
that's
up.
what he's talking about.
Oh, it hits it every time.
Yeah.
That is all I have. You want to move on to the council general discussion?
It was good to see everybody out at the birthday. That was great.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all coming. And we
This,
got more coming too.
This,
More stuff coming.
Rocky Face
Mhm.
does not have a rain date.
Okay,
The date is gonna come off and I guess they're gonna do it rain or shine
yeah,
out there
I am, that's right.
in May.
Yeah.
Now, when you say Rocky Face, that's not the race, that's the 250th
Yeah.
anniversary.
America's 250.
Uh-huh.
That it's gonna be a music by Studio 3 and a drama by the Midnight Center.
Out at Rutgers.
And there will also be an art exhibit at the Lucas Mansion in May as well, May 7th. Between the two middle schools. It's they're doing, America 250 themed, portraits. So they can come up with whatever they want to, but, and there'll be winners. There's 25 from each school that are gonna be chosen, and they'll be displayed in the Lucas Mansion. And then we'll choose the three.
And Nathan was telling me that, the banners will be out July the 4th, or they won't be there for Memorial Day, but
Yeah, we're gonna try to get them there.
Memorial.
How many have,
I don't know the number yet, Bruce been out, so I need to check. to
See, we had 10 the last time I checked,
So people have-
and I hadn't done mine, and Mark Oden had not done his.
I gotta do
So,
So we get there, we wanna try to at least.
can we
25.
order some like America 250 to fill in spots?
That's what he said.
Mhm.
We're gonna order 50, potential, 50 anyway, we get a discount, so we're ordering that, and we'll get half of them American 250 than I have veterans. So depending on how many people apply, if more people apply than 25 for the veterans, then we'll get less.
What's the cost of the
American.
thing?
130.
And that's not bad.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it's gonna be
Be
huge. I
displayed
mean, over
most-
and over again.
quite a few times a year.
Yes.
So in the 130, is it about 50% cost and 50% profit?
No.
Really? Because I think the Moscow ones were $70-some a piece. I'm pretty positive that's what it's going to go to $70.
I can't remember that one.
I think we looked at.
Because we talked about doing them as a
They're about the
fundraiser.
same price. I can't remember what their exact price was, but I think Moscow was about the same price. Now, there's some American 250 banners that are out there that aren't the authorized American 250 banner.
Is that with the, I guess, the poles and everything?
Comes with the hardware.
Yeah. That's gonna be on.
We have
Do we know what pole we can put them on?
Yeah.
Every
All of them.
I was gonna say, put them on. I mean, that's what you forget, this is all
Well, we
information.
have 50 poles around town with hardware for the banners already, so we would use those. And then,
So where the Christmas lights were hung?
yeah, and where our welcome to Taylorsville banners are. And
Okay.
if we need to buy more hardware, because we got more than we have up there, then we can.
I don't-
something.
I wouldn't think that the power company would have an issue with that, would you? I mean, honestly, or
Other, I know, places do.
just ask for forgiveness and operation.
As you say, you keep doing out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
because
from
if you could, you wouldn't have half poles.
I know, that's what I'm saying. When a pole's down, they don't come out here, so what,
Right.
what are they gonna say?
Exactly.
We may have an issue, if we get what they say we're gonna get, we may have an issue on South Center. Is that over there by Doris? Is that South Center? On the other side of me, is that South Center?
Mhm.
Because remember, we got the land pole at the Bryant's
Oh,
house, that's
that one.
broken in half. That may come down in a 17 to 20-some inch weather event.
Whoa, whoa.
No, seriously,
That is seriously, that is
It's the classic dump truck back up in the trough, boom, and we're in it.
That, and they changed it to that?
This
Now.
morning.
Oh, yeah, it's all over.
Yes.
It's all over.
Starting
yesterday. It's all over. And after the
It's just
snow
a
comes the ice.
Holy smokes.
No.
See, I thought it was gonna stop
Well,
at
see, they're
Wilkesboro.
calling for
I thought it was just
ice on
5
top
to
of
8.
Yeah. Ice on top of the snow.
Ice on top of snow. After the snow does.
And rainfall totals at 2.5 per inch. You know how much snow that is? That's
Oh,
2-3 feet.
Monday is like 12.
9.
Yes. That's what
And
I'm
they said
saying.
expect it to
Yeah, whatever
stay.
happens, ain't going to, it's not going anywhere.
Expect it to be here for a
Salt
while.
not gonna take care of
It's not gonna be warm up.
There's gonna be going on the cruise.
When are you leaving?
Before it gets out of freezing.
No, I think it'll be out.
It'll be gone by then.
We'll get
Although there is another event supposed to come in the 27th and 28th.
Right behind.
Right
Like
behind.
the kids don't get out after it. That
Yeah.
next week.
And
is
the
the
trough
same
is
thing.
so low.
That's crazy.
I'm a weather junkie. So
Me
it's
too.
a problem, but it's okay.
Don't believe us, it's okay, because then we'll get it.
Yeah,
won't
go
we?
ahead, that's
If
right.
nobody believes us, we'll get it.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I went to MCA, every Friday they have a church service up there.
I saw it because you took a picture. of
Oh, yeah,
the
okay, yeah.
Inside, that you were in
And
there.
the preacher up there, he said, how many of y'all have prayed for snow? And they all raised their hands. He said, now look, you gotta pray specifically for Taylorsville, North Carolina, and how much more. They must have been praying pretty hard.
Well, they took it seriously.
Yeah.
I didn't know they changed the accumulation.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we're in the bullseye.
Come pick you up.
We are.
That's why I volunteer for you to stay at my house, my rental
That'd be-
house.
But even then, like, we're
And then
gas
Jack can
going
pick
in.
you up and drive you
Even in
across
South
town.
Carolina,
It's gonna snow on the weekend. I'm
It's
gonna
like,
get there.
Oh, yeah.
it's like ice.
Yeah, cause I'm staying right.
They're saying there's going to be major power outages.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I bet if there's ice.
I don't like that. I don't like it when
I don't want the ice storm. I want the first, like, there's
Snow.
two
It
different,
should.
there's
It
two
should
different.
snow. I don't
It's
think
still
it's
gonna be a lot of
ice
snow,
on
but there's supposed to be ice at the end.
On Sunday night, I think, so Monday morning.
So they changed,
So I
it was supposed to be
thought-
nice to begin with and then snow. So they
No,
changed it.
snow,
Snow.
snow.
I talked to my
With
mom
ice
before I
at the
came up
end.
here, and my sister had gone to get her groceries. The milk aisle is about cleaned out. I'm like, I
Milk
don't let
sandwiches.
yesterday go mine.
Milk sandwiches.
Did you not see Randy Robinson's post on
Oh,
Facebook
it's
yesterday that says,
cleaned out.
if this prediction holds out, you will not be able to buy milk or bread within 100 miles.
They mentioned it, and boom, let's go.
Well, when I leave here, I'm going to Food Line.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get no milk.
Actually,
That's already gone.
Well,
Milk's
that's
gone.
a couple minutes I was coming in.
Okay.
that's a good thing.
They're in
They
line
cleared
at the
out
food line to
2
get their
hours ago. There wasn't a meal on there.
Bread man's nightmare and dream come true. 'cause
I'm gonna
it's
pull
making
out the
money
bread
and
machine.
working like
That's
crazy.
good, yeah. Check out.
I just hope, I don't know whose power.
That's not.
That's, and I called my son this morning because he is in the heart of the could get 1 to 2 inches of ice.
Yeah.
I said, if there is a way, get that tree limb off the edge of your house today. Go to the Lowe's and buy you 2 kerosene heaters and 2 gas cans. Go fill them up with kerosene. Fill your kerosene heaters up. Go back and fill up the gas cans. He's like, why? I said, because I know you, son. You have not looked at the weather, and you are gonna get hammered with ice,
Like I
and
said,
you're gonna have heat to keep your pipes from freezing.
Nathan's on
Go
cruise. They
buy
got no idea.
kerosene heaters. I said, if I'm wrong, you're ready for the next
That's
one.
right. Yeah.
But now he's in the he's in the Bahamas and it's 60 degrees. Now that's how cold it is.
That's how deep the trough is.
That's how they right.
Well, the Bahamas will be 82 on the 31st.
Because Daniel's sitting on the deck. Daniel's sitting on the deck of the boat with his sweatshirt and his cap on like this up there in the water chair. It was 60 degrees. I was like, oh my gosh. I said, well, your view's better than mine. At least you got a view.
Right.
They've only had one cruise on it already. It's brand new,
Brand new ship, okay.
Have y'all ever been? You been on a cruise before?
53 years ago.
You been on a cruise?
I've been on a cruise.
We love them.
Really? I've never
We
been
went
on
The
a
first
cruise.
cruise we went on, there was only one, there was just one deck. I mean, you had the sun deck, but nothing above it.
Yeah,
We're on the 16th floor.
yeah, but talk about a fun time. It's just, we like it because it forces you to shut your phone off and just,
Right.
I mean, unless you can
And
buy the
it's,
plan.
everything is there.
Yeah.
Now, I am calling in on Tuesday night, if you'll give me the number to call.
Okay, I'll send it.
What?
So
He
I
said he
told
was
this-
calling in for the meeting.
Oh.
I'll be in the Dominican Republic that night.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Can't zoom because you can't make us jealous.
Yeah.
Backdrop would be the ocean.
Yeah. We'll be sitting here like this. Go Jack. Straight Jack.
Yeah, because if we get a bad storm on the 27th and 28th, we'll be freezing.
Check it out,
We'll
Beth.
be digging out from underneath somewhere. I'm trying to decide if I need to go buy panels to put up around my chickens. I wanted to do it on the run outside, and my husband said, we do not want to
Are they
spruce
broken
stuff into, it's like 16 a day. Y'all need eggs?
I do. How much?
Oh, come by my house. and
My
I'll
chicken
give
are
them.
related, like, she only gets about 2-3 a day now.
And there's so
No, mine
much.
are still, they're
There's so
young,
much
they're
better than
girls.
store nowadays. People was just,
They love their new
there's
house.
so much better.
Starting
And they can't
3 eggs a
remember.
day and like bacon or something every morning. So
Turkey bacon?
Yeah.
Turkey bacon?
no, just bacon.
The new baby, the new baby.
Just so you know, the eggs 99 cents a dozen.
I seen that. Maize, yeah.
Simpson's eggs.
Mine are colored and they're free.
And they're so, yes, they're so good.
To you.
They're so good. They make cakes and everything so much better. Really, there's a difference.
Are you going to give us an update at some point in time? We all got letters. Do we want to just drop that issue, or are you going to give us any update on the letters we got?
Or could we make suggestions?
I'm gonna make suggestions.
Oh, did you make a suggestion about we think they need to do the fundraiser? Let's
That's
throw
what
the ball.
my suggestion.
Well, the
I'm
chief
ready.
and I spoke with him. I did that report for you all, I gave them a copy of that. It's not like we're not buying them equipment. We just need to, work with what they got, and when we have the funds available to upgrade their equipment, we'll upgrade. Now if there's a situation to where, somebody's equipment is broken or it's malfunctioning, then we need to be made aware of that. That's our job as the chief and town manager to be able to replenish that equipment and purchase new equipment if we need to, and I can't do that if you're not aware of it. So you make me aware of it.
Well, you know where my issue lies. Unless the sheriff department has requested town to be in the county, they need to be in the town. And we know the situation we had out on 16 in Oswald Dam Road about 30 days ago, which did not look good for town of Taylorville.
What was it?
Well, we had a police officer go out, there was a T-bone wreck. He goes out and wanted to take over. The state troopers were there, it becomes their domain. And so the fire department told our police officer, well, if you want to help direct traffic, he gets in the patrol car and goes back to Taylorville. First of all, he had no business being out there because that store that's being annexed into the town is not even operational.
Well, I'll say that if they've been going down there to help, I don't know, but the fire department handles traffic on the NCD cameras when there's wrecks, so.
Well, they were just telling, he was trying to take information to like the state troopers did. And they told him, state troopers have got this. If you want to help us do traffic.
Right.
So.
Anything else for council discussion?
Are we gonna do the ball?
The gala?
Mhm.
Yeah, we need to talk to the police chief about it.
Really what?
I mean, if
We
they,
talked about doing the
But if we're gonna do, we don't
Okay.
need to do a fundraiser for the police department to buy it. They've got plenty of equipment. That works. And if we need to replace it, then we will. If we're gonna do a gala or something like that, then I would say we do it for a more civic purpose, like breast cancer awareness or something.
that's what he wants to do it for, so anyway, that was his
We
idea.
don't need to do a fundraiser because the town can't afford to buy a police department.
Right, that would not look.
Didn't we just buy them new tasers?
We bought the vest, we bought tasers.
I mean, but all at once, not dribble it.
We had a.
Well,
I
I
know,
know,
I'm
updated too.
People close their
Well, we
eyes.
replaced 7 vests last year, and we
Yeah.
budgeted to do 3 vests this year, so we're gonna do 3 vests.
You got it on like a cycle now, where we will be
The only thing
replacing.
that's gonna be tough for us to do is replace the cars. This one is slow to replace, but
But
still,
we did
yeah,
update
most of
the,
the.
we did update something inside the cars, did we not? I
The
thought we
computers.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we bought 2 new computers.
Yeah.
We need to buy some radios, but we didn't know about that. I can't budget for radios if you don't tell me about the radios. So that's the problem.
Well, I mean, I just think all that equipment needs to be set up on the schedule, just like we set up the lawnmowers on the schedule. Hopefully, they're still on the schedule, so that every so many years, we're replacing, like every other year, we're replacing the lawnmower to where they always have good lawnmowers. So all those vests and guns and whatever need to be set up, and if their life expectancy is 3 years, then, we need to stagger buying them so we can replace them every 3 years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what is life expectancy of best?
5 years.
Cease all troubles.
From, is it Maker's Mark, is it Sam's
Sam's.
Club?
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, Sam's Club.
I'm not supposed to be shocked. Doc Tropical Credit.
Yeah.
All in favor of,
Yeah, make a motion for.
I make a motion to
I
adjourn.
make a motion that we adjourn.
Second,
All in favor?
let's go take some Christmas down in Mooresville. I'll go drive through and look at their stuff and their windows down there. Cause I gotta take all my Christmas down, because some
You want
guy
these
just
chairs
my
back
house
up?
for me.
No, you can leave it up, that's fine.
You want our name tags back up?
Yes.